playoff implications on the Lions for both the Lady Lions and Lady Mustangs, and later on the men Lions playing. Big day. Here we have the home closer here on the campus of Southwestern, so it's going to be a very important day for Lions soccer.
The Lady Lions come in 5-11 on the year, 3-5 overall in Red Ribbon's conference play. So they need to win out, don't they, to make the playoffs?
They would need to win out or tie and win, and they need Bacone to lose one. So they're number 7 in the Red River Conference standings right now, needing to move into number 6 to capture that last tournament spot. Southwest right there with Lady Lions also. If Southwest can win out and go 5-5, they will automatically have a berth in the tournament. So you really have 4 teams vying for this in-tournament spot. You have 2 of them out here on the field today, both really needing to win to keep their hopes alive for that big tournament berth.
It'll be fun. Leading scorer so far in the year is Amy Lambden, 6 goals in the year, and Noelle Pugliese second with 5 goals, and leads the team with 3 assists. So overall, strong play from Noelle this year.
Yeah, a strong play from Noelle and Amy, just a strong play from this Lady Lions team. This is by far statistically their best season on hand thus far. They've scored 27 goals this year. That's their highest in their history. They're only allowing 1.9 goals a game, the lowest in their history. They've already won 5 games, which is the most wins they've ever had in their history. So now, whichever you scratch it, this is the best season Lady Lions have ever faced. If they can win out here against Southwest and next week against Houston Tillotson, and Bacone can lose their last game, they can find a way to sneak into that River Conference tournament, which would be just huge for these girls.
Outstanding. So they're giving us starting lineups right now. So it's time for some soccer. If you're nearby, come on out. Check us out. We're at Lions Field in Waxahachie, Texas, as Southwestern plays Southwest. So we're going to have fun calling this game today, aren't we? We're going to really be careful how we call these names.
It's going to be a lot of fun out here for sure. So we're going to be out here all day long. Like I said, come out and check us out here at the field. Beautiful day, beautiful weather. A little bit windy, but again, if you live in Waxahachie, that's just what you come to expect.
Make sure you like us on Facebook as well. Tim does a great job of updating that Facebook page, and love to hear your thoughts and comments on how we're doing, how we can improve our broadcast presentation for all of our viewers here on SAGU.tv.
The starting lineup here is for the Lady Lions. Number 3, Adria Davila starting. Haley Shingleton will be starting in goal for you today. She's had a great season so far.
Hi.
Daniela Ramirez, number 8. Noelle Pugliese, number 9, we mentioned her, 5 goals on the year.
Yes.
And leads the team with 3 assists. So great season for her. Lindy Garrison, number 10. Pretty good job. She's one of the speedier players you ever see. Obviously today also, senior day, being the home closer. So at the half we will be honoring our lone senior this year, Jessica Powell-Roman. And it's interesting, I was out here yesterday watching Lady Lions and the men Lions practice, and you could just see Jessica Powell out there, Jessica Powell-Roman, just leading this team, just purely getting this team fired up. She has 2 games left in her collegiate career. She hopes she has a lot more. So you hear the crowd right there as she gets announced. And she's one of the fastest players on this team, too. Watching them run wind sprints out there.
Is that right?
Jessica Powell was about half a length ahead of everybody.
You need speed to play this game and the agility to stop on a dime, and she's got both of those. So saying goodbye to Jessica today, and she's had a fine career here at SAGU. Really a cornerstone to build upon this program, which, as you said, has improved in every stat. Really, that's important this year. The Lady Lions, and one of them, unfortunately, is in a cast.
Yeah, well, that's a long season can take that toll upon you. So, but here, about get ready to start here. Teams heading into the huddles for their final motivation, final instruction, like you mentioned. We're running some playoff scenarios here. For the Lady Lions, there's 2 scenarios that get them into the Red River Conference tournament.
And these are crazy. These are crazy.
Well, they get crazier as it goes down. Lady Lions, simply, they need to win or tie today and win next Saturday. And if Bacone loses next Saturday, they're in as the number 6 team.
Okay.
They can win today, and Southwest can win Saturday, and Bacone can lose next Saturday. And if SAGU has captured the best goal differential at that point, then they'll also be the number 6 team. And the reason that is because you have had such an even back and forth season. Bacone beat Southwestern. The University of Southwest beat Bacone. Bacone beat Houston Tillotson, and Houston Tillotson beat University of Southwest. And SAGU has to play Southwest and Houston Tillotson coming up. Those are your 4 teams. So it's been such a back and forth team. You have so many splits. So many of the first tiebreakers are still tied. Unfortunately, the number 4 tiebreaker is a coin flip. So hopefully we won't get down to that too quickly.
So there will be a quiz on this at the end of the game. For all of our Facebook
well, we will be keeping
fans.
track all throughout the game, obviously, because it's going to be a very big day. Southwest, obviously, University of Southwest Lady Mustangs, if they win out, they take the number 6 spot automatically. If they win and SAGU loses and Bacone loses, then they're in automatically. And if they lose today, but next Saturday they win, and SAGU loses, and Bacone loses, and Southwest captures the best goal differential between the 3 teams, then they'll be in. And there's still a chance. I call this Armageddon scenario. If Houston Tillotson loses today and beats SAGU, and SAGU beats Southwest and loses to Houston Tillotson, and Southwest loses to SAGU and beats Texas Wesleyan, and Bacone loses next Saturday, you have 4 teams tied at 4 and 5, and I have no idea who makes it in. I will leave that to the Red River Conference.
We're underway here at Lions Field, and I'm just tired just listening to all these scenarios. That's crazy. So, hey, parity, if that's what you want, you could get it if they all finish 4 and 5, but let's hope the Lions do not do that and get missed out on the playoffs. But we do want to say that SAGU is eliminated, Tim, if they do lose today. That much we do know.
A loss knocks them out of Red River Conference contention. A tie keeps them alive in it.
So a must-win today for your Lady Lions as plays begun here at Lions Field. The ball back and forth during down the midfield. Now here's a push down, and the goalie has that one, and we'll reset.
Lady Lions wearing their home whites here on this Saturday morning as University of Southwest comes in their road reds.
Lady Mustangs on the attack, preventing the defense from really pushing the ball forward here. And the Mustangs possession again. Ball centered. There's a shot on goal. And just over the outstretched arms of the goalie and over the crossbars, and the Lions will reset.
That was definitely closer than it looked. You have to be careful, though, especially on a windy day like this. They can catch those and swoop them down. Southwest retains possession inside SAGU territory. Sort of an initial battle here at the front. 2 teams know what's on the line here. They don't want to be too over-aggressive early and find themselves in an early 1-0 hole.
Lions put the ball in play from the far side. Flag up again. And they're going to turn that ball over to the Lady Mustangs.
Hey, can you go see how much time on the clock?
And that ball's going to go out, and we'll have a reset with the Lady Lions. Most of the play so far, Tim's been on, unfortunately, on the Lions side of the field.
And that's what they've seen all year long, really. They've been a very, very defensive team. Impressively, though, as much as they've been outshot this year, as much as they've just been forced to play defense, they've only been outscored by 4 goals all year long, really. So it's really amazing. They have about a 50% shooting ratio for how many shots they take to how many goals they get. So they make their few opportunities count, and they've done a really good job with Haley
making this opportunity count as now the Lions put the ball into Mustangs territory, now recovered by the defense. Push back near midfield. And now the Mustangs on the attack. And that ball will dribble out of play. And we have our first corner kick of the afternoon, Tim.
These are always big opportunities. On Thursday,
No, check, that's not a corner kick. It was just, it looked from our distance it was going to be a corner kick, but that was, ball still in play, and now it's out of bounds, and SAGU will retain possession.
It's never a bad thing to avoid one of those. On Thursday, Lady Lions playing Texas Wesleyan went down 1-0 early on a, well, just a perfectly executed corner kick by Texas Wesleyan. Jessica Powell boots that one deep.
To Amber Belize. Belize out to Noelle Pugliese. The leading
That's ahead,
assist
but there's
scored.
a flag up. Lady Lions will be offsides.
Amy Lambden offsides on that play.
Ball is ahead. Here's an opportunity for the University of Southwest.
Nice
and
save
collision
by
with the goalie, Haley
Shingleton.
Shingleton. Does a good aggressive job coming out, preventing that from becoming too big of a danger. A little bit of discussion with the referee here as to where the ball needs to be placed and kicked from. Well, last week we had to deal with a very strong wind out at Lumpkin Stadium for the homecoming football game, and we have the same issue today. Strong wind blowing into Lady Lions' face right now. Long kick.
Near midfield.
And that's cleared
Pugliese
out.
gives chase. And Lady Lions will have this ball near midfield. Inbounding is Amber Belize. Out to Pugliese. Back to Belize. No, it's not a poem. It's two players with the near similar last sounding names.
Here's Amy Lambden bringing the ball up close. And that's cleared out, and it will be Lady Lions' ball still. Trying to keep a sustained possession in the Lady Mustangs territory.
And Danielle Ramirez puts the ball in play to Belize.
Lady Lions taking the ball back a little ways. Oh, and stolen away. That's Gloria Castillo with the ball. Long kick, and that's going to be, saved by Haley Shingleton. Good read by Haley Shingleton to keep that one from going in. The Lady Mustangs have allowed only 19 goals in the year, but they've scored only 17. So, and unfortunately for them, 11 of those 17 goals
In 2 games.
in 2 games. So they've had 2 outbursts, and besides those 2 games, they've only been able to put 6 goals on the board.
But that's a warning. They can explode, Tim. So
Yeah.
you've got to be careful not to let their offense get rolling.
But in a game like this, where the Lady Lions are notoriously defensive, drop back, play solid defense, and then try to score late, as here comes a corner kick by Lady Mustangs. It's high and will go out of bounds. Obviously, this is a great time to mention, obviously, that about a week ago, the Lady Lions had probably their biggest win in program history. They went down to San Antonio, Texas, and stunned the then unbeaten in conference Our Lady of the Lake University Lady Saints 1-0.
Huge win.
Jessica Powell with the game-winning PK in the 89th minute, a minute to go in the game. They got the win on the PK off the sure foot of the senior Jessica Powell-Roman. And again, that's without a doubt the biggest win, the biggest upset. And if you're Our Lady of the Lake, you got to be sick of the Lions upsetting you.
Yes.
They were number 5 in the nation when they came here to the Schaefer Center in basketball last year. And the men stunned them then, and they were looking good this year. But the Lady Lions had something special cooked up for them, and that's really one of the reasons that they're in the position they are right now. Had they not won that game, had they not won a game that they had no business winning, they would be in no contention at all of making either the Red River Conference Tournament or the NCCAA Central Region Tournament.
Right.
They stand at the moment needing 2 wins. And here comes Amy Lambden. She's got a look here, but it's blocked away, knocked out of bounds by number 10. That's Cruz Castillo for the Lady Mustangs. It will be Lady Lions ball, though. Between 2 very defensive-minded teams. You have to imagine that whoever can net that first goal will be just in a great position
advantage
with how defensive these 2 teams play. Miscommunication on the front, but the Lady Lions have regained possession.
Yeah, when I came back, I'm sorry. It was 41 minutes. Like, can see what it is now. That's all right. Yeah, I'll just check the time.
Ball is kicked back. It's kind of playing around midfield here.
Now controlled by the Mustangs.
And that'll be chased down by Jessica Powell-Roman. And she'll just kick that almost out of bounds, but saved. Long kick across. Here's an opportunity, and it will go
Just
in
wide.
front of the defender and sail harmlessly out of bounds. There's a lot of action for SAGU Sports today. We mentioned Our Lady of the Lake. The women's volleyball team will be in San Antonio
They're
tonight.
on fire, Tim.
They are absolutely on fire. Had a stumble last night, but it was a very admissible stumble, playing the #1 team of the nation,
Really?
UT Brownsville. They
Yeah.
fell in 3 sets, but that's the exact same fate every Red River Conference team has had this year against the Lady Scorpions of the defending national champion UT Brownsville. They fell 3-0, but scored 19 points in the third set. And that may sound like, oh, just an empty, hollow victory. But considering the Lady Scorpions defeated the Lady Lions of Langston 25-0 in a set not too long ago.
No mercy.
Dropping
No
19
mercy.
points on the Lady Scorpions is nothing
That's a
to
moral
sneeze at.
victory.
It does just prove this Lady Lions team is on fire. Big game tonight against the Lady Saints down at Our Lady of the Lake. Trying to continue just the streak they're on. And also football is playing again this week. Playing up against Wayland Baptist University, the Wayland Baptist Pioneers. That game will actually start around 2 o'clock. So with any luck, we'll be able to start bringing you updates, intermittent updates of the results and of that game as it begins playing in the middle of our men's game here.
We'll do our best to bring it to all of our viewers, absolutely.
So stay tuned and get a full dose of SAGU sports across the complete spectrum today. A lot of Red River Conference berths on the line, trying to keep seasons alive. The football team is still not out of contention, theoretically, of making the NCCAA Victory Bowl. So we'll keep an eye on that. It'll take some big wins, but they can do it. Here comes Jessica Powell-Roman pushing the ball up forward quickly. That's knocked away again by Cruz Castillo. Doing a good job for the Lady Lions of progressing too far in to University of Southwest Territory. Fight for the ball here, taken by the Lady Lions.
Again, much the play happening on the Lions side of the field, and here's a kick near the goal, headed off defensively.
Good
And
job.
Lady Mustangs take a shot on goal, sails wide, about 5 yards wide right, or wide left. So a goalie, Haley Shingleton, will put the ball back in play.
You got to give so much credit to this team, to what Haley Shingleton has done. Like I said, Lady Lions averaging only 1.9 goals allowed per game. When your previous low was 2.6, basically that means in the neighborhood of 3 goals a game. It's hard to win giving up 3 goals a game, but that's why they've been in such good contention.
Here's the center and a nice defensive move by, I think that was Andrea Davila on the kick out.
Lady Lions are also, they're number 22 in the NAIA with total saves of 120. And they're number 34 in the NAIA with shutouts. They've had 5 shutouts this year. So all credit to the goalie, keeping the Lady Lions in these games, giving them the opportunities to win 1-0, 2-1 when they need to.
Here's a toss in near the corner kick area, controlled by the Mustangs. Center.
Ooh, dangerous play there, but Lady Lions clear it for the moment.
Davila able to corral that out of play. Now here comes Belize, forward up ahead. Trying to track it down is Pugliese. Back near mid, back to Belize. Now forward now to Lambden.
Here's a chance.
She's looking to center. Instead she takes a shot on goal, handled easily by the orange-shirted goalie from the Lady Mustangs. First real shot on goal, Tim, for the game for the Lady Lions.
First real opportunity. Amy Lambden doing a good job breaking away. Didn't have any help, though. Had to take it by herself. Hear Coach Fortner yelling in to try to find someone to center it to, since that is a very low percentage shot coming from that angle.
Although from our angle, we could see it from our viewpoint, and had the goalie not been there, that would have been a goal. So it was an accurate kick and a narrow, tight angle from Landon's foot. That gets past all the defenders. The goalie's going to pick that one up and take care of that errant kick, and we'll reset.
High kick into the wind. Like I said, you can definitely see the wind playing some tricks on the ball right now, holding it in place. It's not even directly across the field. It's coming north to south across the field, not east to west. So there is some effect of blowing it out of bounds.
2 heads bang. One of those Pugliese's head, and the other one, number 17, Lizette Diaz, and ball out for the Lady Lions. That looked like that hurt.
The Lady Lions retain possession. That'll go out.
Off Lopez's foot.
So that'll give possession back over the Lady Mustangs. Here, and so far a very back and forth affair. neither team really able to capture sustained momentum. Defense is doing a good job of keeping the offenses from just hold in and set up camp inside their territory.
It's like you said, a 1-0 game, maybe all you need, one goal I should say, maybe all you need to win a game like this.
And you can
one mistake on defense, one lapse, and then the other team can just play defense himself.
And that's how these two teams have won. Obviously, they both have a number of wins without a number of goals. So that's how they've won, is looking for that one defensive lapse to get through.
Belize, to Belize. Mustangs retain control. Nice defensive move by Lopez, Justine Lopez. And the defender let that one go, and now here comes Pugliese looking to center the ball.
And a sail out of bounds.
I'm not sure what the defender was thinking, though.
Yeah, definitely left too much territory.
She just let Pugliese just attack the ball, and Pugliese took it.
Had an opportunity, but the ball sailed out of bounds, or rolled out of bounds, I should say, before it could get in front of the goal.
Daniela Tisi, number 15, centers it for Belize. Ramirez, forward up ahead, and that ball is going to trickle out of bounds. Lady Mustangs toss the ball back in play right near midfield. Not a whole lot of opportunities for either side right now.
No,
so
you're seeing
maybe they're just still feeling each other out. Not sure, but at some point you got to start being a little more aggressive, I would think.
Well, you see them both feeling each other out, and as you said, these are two very aggressive defenses who really, in any given game, these two defenses are going to dictate the pace of the game for both teams. When two defenses like this clash, like you said, these teams may only have 2 or 3 really good opportunities in the game.
Centers to Lambden. An errant kick, and Lambden tries to get it back, and she does. She's got to help left. Back over to McKim-Michael. Now here's Belize again on the right side. Well defended by Jasmine Freeman. Now she pushes the ball forward, up left, and that's going to be corralled in by Daniela Ramirez, the fine defender. But here come the Mustangs again, and here's a centering shot. No red jerseys in the vicinity, cleared out by Davila. Pugliese giving chase. Got help from Belize. Here comes Pugliese. Lambden now again.
Offsides.
And they're going to call her offsides. She knew it. She kicked the ground, and what she saw, she was in trouble. Mad at herself for being in the wrong position.
Again, offsides is one of those difficult things. It penalizes players for being too aggressive, and it does prevent easy breakaways. So it's there for that reason. But sometimes all you have to do is take 2 steps forward, trying to play aggressive in a game that is going to be defined so much by defense.
Jessica Powell-Roman pushes forward to the ball to the right. That's onside. Here comes Pugliese, looking for help. Centers to Lopez. Lopez centers.
Opportunity.
Shot on goal. And it goes in. Goal for the Lady Lions.
Breakdown on defense. It looked like
Amy Lambden, I think, was the last to touch it.
It was hard. Well, we'll get the official ruling on who got the last touch. It was either Amy Lambden or Justine Lopez with the final touch. Either way, the Lady Lions find a way to get the ball across, stack the box, and knock it in for a big 1-0 lead here in the first half.
And the men's soccer team watching from the stands, showing their appreciation for that fine offensive output. 1-0, Lady Lions on top on a... We're not sure who scored goal. We'll find out who it was because it was all over the place. It may have been a red defender may have touched that ball last. It was really hard to tell from our angle.
Well, Noelle Pugliese really was the center for that goal. Did a great job right here over by the sideline, possessing the ball, getting a good crossing pass. That goal began on that beautiful crossing pass. And we talked about how huge a 1-0 lead would be in a game that's going to be so defined by defense. The Lady Lions have it on an excellent play. Now the ball will go out. Jessica Powell-Roman kicks it, and you just see that ball start off with a lot of speed, hit
Hits the
that block of wind and just drop. Amy Landon pursues quickly, and Southwest will just punt it out. Official
Check
ruling
that goal.
coming-
That's Lindy.
Lindy
Garrison
is
was
what
the
we're
last to touch that goal. So again, we were confused from our end. Who was the last SAGU Lady Lions to touch it? And it
Here comes
was
an
Lindy
opportunity.
Garrison. Here comes another shot
Landon.
on goal.
That'll be saved by the Southwest goalie. Up ahead, here comes a shot opportunity for the University of Southwest. Oh, and what a stop, but there is a whistle. And this could potentially lead to a penalty kick. It was Darlene Villegas who was pursuing quickly. Haley Shingleton came out for the stop. We'll see where this ball gets placed. And from the way they are lining up, the Lady Mustangs, I believe, are going to have a penalty kick.
And it's close too. That is going to be
It's going to be a penalty
hard
kick.
to stop.
Try to see who is taking
This
it
shot
here.
on goal. That's number
This is-
9.
yeah.
That's Lalela Esperanza.
Lelani Esperanza Shingleton in
shot.
goal.
And
Saves
it's stopped!
it! Haley Shingleton saves the PK.
An amazing stop from Haley Shingleton. That'll get the crowd fired up. She read that foot, the foot movement right before impact, and she dove right and guessed right.
Mark that moment. Mark that moment in this game as potentially a huge, huge game. The Lady Lions taking a quick 1-0 lead. And they had the chance. Lady Mustangs just had the chance to tie it up, but Haley Shingleton with a huge, huge save. And we're getting final official confirmation now that Lindy Garrison will get credit for the first goal. And
With a
Amy
double
Lambden,
assist?
yeah, Amy Lambden with the first assist, and
Pugliese with the other assist.
Pugliese with the other assist. You have 2 assists on a play like that. Like I said, it was a lot of feet touching at once. But again, that last moment, mark that down as potentially the play of the game. Lady Lions taking that 1-0 lead, and it looked like after the penalty on the Lions, resulting in the PK, that the Lady Mustangs were about to tie it up 1-1, but Haley Shingleton
I'm equally impressed by that stop by Shingleton. That was outstanding goalkeeping
was not fooled at all by Esperanza's
Intuition.
kick.
on that penalty kick.
So the Lady Lions, Haley Shingleton, ice water running through her veins, makes the save, and they
Ramirez.
preserve their 1-0 lead at the moment.
Belize, back to Ramirez. Ramirez, unable to handle that ball. That's going to go out off the foot of the Lady Mustangs.
Lady Lions got to be burning with momentum now. Getting that big goal the way they want to do it. Good, crisp passing, and then watching their goalie again stand up. The huge save. First substitution for the game right now. Coming into the game for the Lady Mustangs is Megan Mooney. And stepping out will be, I actually missed who was stepping out, but we'll get confirmation on that in a minute. Who was
Castillo.
Gloria Castillo stepped out of the game, from what we understand. The Lions will get possession.
Mustangs stay on the attack. Well defended, though, by a handful of Lady Lions.
Well, again, this is, like we mentioned this during the last game. This isn't like football where you go down by a touchdown, you have all game. You may only see 1 goal scored in the game. So the moment you go down 1-0, you have to crank up the offense. Even if it's just like it is, just 20 minutes into the game or so, you have to crank up the offense for the next 70 minutes because you just don't know when the opportunities are going to be able to present themselves.
Well, and like you said earlier, every 10 seconds a goal could be scored, so you can never relax in this game.
No,
you don't see a lot of goals, but it can happen fast.
Yeah, and again,
it does.
the proof of that is right here in the Lady Lions goal. It didn't look like there was no big breakaway. There was no big look as a shot is here deflected away by Jessica Powell-Roman. But it looked like nothing really was happening, but the Lady Lions just matriculated it down and found a way to put it in. This will stay inbounds.
Garrison in a tangle with 2 Lady Mustang defenders. Handled near midfield by Lopez. Lopez forward to Lambden, no offside, that's clean. And
It'll go
Lambden
out.
unable to handle that offensive spurt, and we'll give it back to the Lady Mustangs.
Now we'll see here, actually the ruling may be a corner.
You
By
know
the way
what?
the
You
ladies
might be right. I don't see any movement coming back, so I think that ball did go off the defender's foot, and it will be, I believe, a corner kick for your Lady Lions.
And with these twisting winds, this is a dangerous proposition for a goalie to try to read.
It's blowing away from the net if that matters, so
Amber Belisle.
she's right-footed.
Amber Belisle will be taking the kick. Ball goes over. Jessica Powell-Roman gets it. And that'll sail just a bit outside.
It's a baseball. That's like baseball, just a bit outside.
By 30 or 40 yards. So, opportunity on the corner kick to no avail. Lady Mustangs will boot it deep.
It's a nice header by Lopez, Justine Lopez. Into Mustang territory. Lambden gives chase. And that's going to squirt out of bounds. Lambden slow getting up on the play.
She's doing a good job of powering ahead. Every time that ball starts moving, she's just churning down that field, trying to have the opportunity, trying to be in the right spot. Here's a chance over on the side. Good cross, but it'll be saved.
No one there. Lambden unable to get there in time. And now here come, with the wind, a huge kick from the goalkeeper into Lady Lions territory, but the defense of the white-shirted Lady Lions able to handle that. There's a push forward by Roman. That's going to sail out of bounds right near our vicinity. Lambden now, oh, right through Lambden's feet, right through the wickets of Lambden's legs, and the ball just kind of kicking back and forth, Tim, near midfield. Not a whole lot of activity since that great stop by Shingleton.
Yeah, but the Lady Lions can be content almost to kind of try to just, and they've had the most opportunities since then, as that ball will go out of bounds. Lady Lions retain possession.
Ramirez tosses this ball in right near midfield. Headed by Lopez. Another header from McKim-Michael. And another header.
Lady Lions doing a good job, that back line, staying in front of the Lady Mustangs defenders, not letting anyone really get to that ball with a good opportunity.
Led by the senior, Powell-Roman. Calling her name a lot today. And now here's a push forward. Lambden gives chase. And the defender, number 10, Cruz Castillo, wisely clears that ball. And now, Lady Mustangs on the march, looking for help, is number 14, Gloria Castillo. Here's a centering shot. Over on the right side to Belisle. She's going to kick that ball out of bounds. And again, good defense by the Lady Lions, just unable to penetrate any closer. In fact, the closer the ball has got is that penalty kick.
Well,
honestly.
And we're still seeing the ball spend most of its time down in Lady Lions territory, but the Lady Lions are the one possessing it when it's down in their own territory.
Now
so
Lambden, here's a
with a
steal.
steal.
She's got some room and some time. Centering up ahead is Pugliese. She's going to look for Pugliese, and there comes the center.
Oh, it's still loose.
It's mishandled by the defender. Now here comes Belisle. It's a shot on goal. Oh!
Just over.
Check that, the shot on goal by Pugliese, just over the crossbar. And the defender, number 10, Cruz Castillo, I don't think she saw the goalkeeper behind her. The goalkeeper, Pua Silva, was about to just pick the ball up, and the defender, Castillo, gave chase, and that allowed Pugliese to have a shot on goal.
Yeah, that dangerous move by the Lady Mustangs there. Little breakdown inside their goal like the last time, almost resulting just over the crossbar by Pugliese, almost resulting in another goal. 2-0 would be a very dangerous prospect.
Just a miscommunication between the defender, Castillo, and the goalkeeper, Silva. Perhaps Silva should have called her off louder, but nearly cost the Lady Lions
Opportunity here for the Lady Mustangs.
Grab by the goalkeeper. Shingleton, now she's going to give chase, and she's on the ground, and she's still down.
That ball's still alive, and now there's a whistle. Shingleton is down.
She's not moving, and the whistle was blown to stop play.
The whistle was blown before the goal was scored.
Went in the goal, so no goal, but Shingleton slow to get up. We'll wait and see, try to get a report on what the extent of this injury is.
That was a heavy collision by Shingleton out there trying to prevent the breakdown. And she's up and fine now. She's walking it off, it appears. Hopefully just got the wind knocked off of her. And the call we're getting is that they were actually offsides. University of Southwest was offsides when the goal was scored, so
yeah,
no goal.
That helps answer my question, because the goal was scored. Just because a player goes down doesn't mean you stop play.
Exactly.
So
unless there was
the reason was not the injury. The reason was it was an offsides call.
About 16:30 left here in the first half. Lady Lions up 1-0, but dodging two bullets here. First on the penalty kick, and then on a ball in which Shingleton had to come out and get it twice. Second time goes down hard. Ball goes into the net, but it doesn't count to the offsides.
That ball just lines out of bounds. Possession back to the Lady Mustangs. And they moved the ball down in a hurry. Taken midfield by Lelena Esperanza, who just had that shot on goal off the penalty kick, stopped by Shingleton a few moments ago.
Shingleton definitely doing work right now, making saves, being very aggressive coming out of her own.
Al Roman, nice kick ahead, past the goalie, and fortunately past Lambden's foot, because she would have had a shot on goal had it just not sailed just past her chase, and the goalkeeper was lucky that ball did not slow down anymore.
SAGU's first substitution coming in, Natalie Pena will step in, and Amy Lambden will take a seat. So Lambden with the assist earlier on.
Pal Roman's foot is so strong it just sailed past everybody. It was a great centering shot, but
very good from how far out she was.
Here's the kick from Silva, the goalkeeper for the Lady Mustangs. Pugliese gives chase. And ball back out to the Lady Mustangs. And we are
under 15 minutes left.
15 minutes left to the end of the first half of play. The Lady Lions up 1-0. Could have been more.
Yeah, that narrow miss by Pugliese on the mishap inside the net. But on the opposite side, this could be tied and possibly 2-1 if the Lady Mustangs had things go the way.
Shot on goal.
Shingleton moves to it. It would have been outside, but good job of retaining possession. Here on a wind-whipped but beautiful autumn Saturday. Can we call it autumn?
Yes,
it's about 83 degrees, so I don't feel like calling this autumn, but I guess you live in Texas, you got to take the seasons as they come.
Justine Lopez up to Pena, who's just in for Lambden a few moments ago. Number 6, Pena. And a whistle, and they're going to give the ball back to University of the Southwest.
Not a lot of whistles here in the first half. Nothing that could even be considered card-worthy, absolutely, and very few minor infractions, really. So the two teams playing it very tight and without penalties, without infractions at all. So good, solid play, no mental mistakes. That ball will go out. Looked like it might have been touched by Haley Shingleton, but
she actually ducked her head back down
to
avoid not touching it, which would have been a corner kick for the Mustangs. So wise play by Shingleton to take a look at it and let it go.
Substitution for the Lady Mustangs. Number 7, Raven Lawrence steps in, and number 17, Lizette Diaz sits. The junior on defense takes a seat
That ball
Off the
sails
side
out
of the foot.
bounds near the team of, I believe, the Lady Lions picked that one up. Mustangs will retain possession of the ball as we near about the 10-minute mark in the first half of play with the Lady Lions up 1-0. Looking to make it more. And a 2-0 lead today just might be enough, Tim.
Yeah, it really could. The Lady Mustangs have to play no mistake soccer from here on out, because 2-0 with the way the Lady Lions defense can shut it down and finish games more than anything, the way they can finish. That's always been the problem in the past. Is games would be close going in late, and then a breakdown on defense would result in a 3-0 loss when you're down 1-0 with 5 minutes to go. Here comes an opportunity for the Lady Mustangs, though. Number 16, Megan Mooney, will be taking a corner kick, and she'll just pass it out and take the option of that. Lady Mustangs.
That's a strong kick.
Long cross opportunity, cleared away by Jessica Powell, but that will stay in play, and the Lady Lions.
The wind just chopped that one down, Tim.
Looked like it might go out of bounds, but Lady Lions.
Here comes Pugliese.
Plenty of room in the center of the field now.
Up ahead. Looking for Natalia Pena, but that ball out of bounds. Off the foot of a Lady Mustang, so I believe they're going to give the ball back to the Lady Lions. They are near midfield. Checking back into the game, number 19 and number 4 checking in for the Lady Lions.
Vicky Hagemeyer and Emily Jones, and taking a seat is Audrey Davia. Hagemeyer, I believe, wearing number 19 today, usually wearing number 16.
Yeah.
So a slight uniform change.
We'll make note of that.
For those of you keeping it along at home with your handy-dandy SAGU Lady Lions lineups. We have success fans that do that, right?
Here comes Pena. She's looking for help. That might jump out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick lining up for the Lady Lions. And again, the wind here on this side of the field, Tim, is blowing away from the net, actually more towards the north side. So a kick here will have to be into the wind to get it to curve into the net, and that will be taken by Jessica Powell-Roman. Here's the boot, the center, headed off. Roman will get the ball back. Looking for help, now turns. Another shot on goal and gobbled up. It's scooped up by Silva. Good play from the Lady Mustangs goalkeeper, and a big kick with the wind. And they're on the attack, and here comes number 16, Megan Mooney, who just checked into the game a few moments ago, looking to center from the left side, tracked down by Pena.
Actually, it might be Ramirez. Hard to tell from here.
Ramirez, check that, Ramirez.
Strong kick, but that's going to sail out, and I believe actually it'll be a call of offsides. The flag goes up, so offsides on the Lady Mustangs as we are approaching the end of the first half here. The Lady Lions holding on 1-0 at the moment on a very impressive sequence in which 2 Lady Lions got assists and they're able to push it in.
Forward, the goalkeeper comes out of the box and boots it right back in Lions territory. Fight for possession.
Want me to go over?
Boy, tell you what, Kim Michael's moving fast. Tracking that ball down. Lady Lions will put the ball in play off the sure foot of Jessica Powell-Roman, looking for an opening downfield. And the wind just going to chop that one up. And there's going to be a whistle, and it looked to me like a push. A push by, I believe that was a push off of Natalie Pena. So Lady Mustangs will retain possession of this ball as it goes down near the far corner. Powell-Roman gives chase. Out of bounds. Mustangs now will get the ball. Let's go down now to Bianca Alarcon, who has an update from another player. Bianca, what do you got?
Thanks, guys. Guys, I'm here with one of the 3 captains for the SAGU men's soccer team, Jonathan Ramos. Now, Jonathan, today's games are both crucial for the women's and the men's team. How do you feel like the women are playing so far today?
The women's team looks very sharp, very good. That goal, they're widening up the field, they're opening up the field, they're opening spaces for each other, and I think on top with Noelle, Amy, and Amber, I think they're playing really great, just supporting each other and just sending those cross balls for Lindy to come inside and hopefully Natalie, just coming in and getting the goal.
How much of an effect does the wind have on a game like today?
Well, it's an important factor for the game, especially because we are against the wind right now. It's affecting us a lot because, especially for the goalkeepers, their goal kicks have to be stronger. But the way they're playing right now, I think they're playing short passes, if you can tell, and just because this is a huge factor because the ball would not go all the way through. As they're taking their kicks, so they have to, adjust to that with short passes.
Now, the Mustangs sit 7th in the Red River Athletic Conference. They're going to be battling for a playoff bid today. How have you been preparing? How have the men's team been preparing for today's critical game?
I think it's mentally toughness. We've said it throughout the season. This past game has helped us out. Just working together and just knowing that we can do it, and we just have to finish our games, finish them. And today we are going for the win, no matter what.
Thanks so much, Jonathan, and good luck today.
Thank you.
Back to you guys, Rob and Tim.
All right, welcome back,
Thank
everybody.
you, Bianca.
Yep, just under 6 minutes now remaining in the first half. The Lady Lions lead 1-0.
Headed by Roman. Now, retained possession by Kim Michael. Pushed ahead forward by Garrison, who has the lone goal of the day so far. Pena giving chase, and both are on the ground. They're going to blow a whistle. I think they're going to call that on Pena, Tim.
I believe so. Great speed there by Gloria Castillo, breaking away, not letting the Lions have the opportunity of getting ahead. And like you said, we said earlier how big a 1-0 lead would be, and the Lady Lions were able to capture that. Lady Mustangs got to be very cautious right now because 2-0 against how strong the Lady Lions defense can be could really be, could be very, very difficult. Lady Lions could just play pure lockdown trap defense.
Mendoza falls to the ground for the Lady Lions, Lady Mustangs, able to push the ball off to Esperanza. Down now near the corner.
Go out of bounds.
Might be a corner kick.
No, just short of the corner on the opposite side of the flag, I believe. So it will be a standard throw in. Ball will again go out of bounds off the Lady Lions. The Lady Mustangs retaining possession.
Michael, good defense on that play. Here come the Mustangs. Here's a shot on goal and just trickles right in front of Shingleton. No problem there. As we near the 5-minute mark of the first half of play here at Lions Field. Now here comes Pugliese. Emily Jones giving chase. Lopez on it. Now back to the Lady Mustangs.
Almost still by Pena there. On the crossing pass.
The speed of Pena could pay off later on in this match. Like her speed. Here comes Vicky Hasmeyer.
4 minutes left here in the first half. Lady Lions trying to hold on here to this 1-0 lead as Southwest, it appears, really they've just cranked the intensity up. I really have noticed that just here in the last few minutes. I think they're trying to envision tying this up before the half. It's much easier to make halftime adjustments tied 1-1 than down 1-0.
You want to go in 1-1 if you're the Lady Mustangs. It's a long drive back to Hobbs. You don't want to be thinking about a 1-0 loss.
It is. It is a long drive out to Hobbs. Talking to the athletes all the time. That's one of the tougher trips you have to take all year, about, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of 15, 16 hours. They're the outlier in the Red River Conference. Possibility for the Lady Lions here.
Pena.
Pena gives chase.
Good defense by the Lady Mustangs. Stop that offensive push. Here comes Vicky Hagemeyer, just past midfield. Will toss the ball in to Pena. Pena back to Hagemeyer. Nice defense by Roman, and here comes Danielle Tessie. I think I said her name correctly. Out of bounds to the Lady Mustangs. It's a beautiful day out here. Come on out to Lions Field. It's about maybe 10-mile-an-hour wind, a nice mid-70s temperature. Oh, a shot on goal. Stopped by the defense. Great day for some soccer. Great day to be outside.
It's either here or the State Fair, and big tech's turned down and people are getting stuck on top of rides, so come out here. Nothing better to see in Texas.
I think that made like Drudge Report, all kinds of national news. It's a sad day in Dallas.
I mean, it'd be like the Statue of Liberty burning down in New York. It's that big a deal.
It's that big.
It's big text.
Been around 60+ years, and his voice box, I was told there was an electrical short and it caught fire, and that just sent him up in flames.
Yeah, that's what you get for clothing a robot with Dickies brand apparel, apparently.
Nice save by Singleton on that shot on goal.
We now know Dickies brand apparel is not fireproof, though, in case you ever wondered. Lady Lions trying to move the ball forward. Looks like they're just trying to clamp down a little bit, play some defense, and keep this late rush by the Lady Mustangs from resulting in the equalizer.
And again, the Lions are thinking one thing: win and stay in the hunt. Win and stay in the hunt, and that's their mindset right now. Up 1-0.
And this is a great position to be in. Like we said, a tie would keep them in the race too at the moment. Obviously, a win is the bigger thing because you have to have a tie and a win. Down to the final minute remaining here. Lady Lions still up 1-0. But if the Lady Lions win today, then all they would need next week is a tie. So you need a win and a tie. Doesn't matter how in which mind frame it comes. It'd be bigger to win this game because then you'd have the automatic tiebreaker against Southwest.
Right.
Should that come into play. And as we talked about in pregame, just about anything could come into play. Here in a wild week left, the Lady Lions will play next Saturday at Houston-Tillotson for their 2012 regular season closer, and they hope it's not their season closer. They hope there's still some action yet to happen. And we learned this pregame. Even if they do not make the Red River Conference tournament, if they win out, they will qualify for the Central State Region tournament in the NCCAA. So lots to play for the Lady Lions. Ball get booted away, and that will end the first half. The Lady Lions 1. The University of Southwest Lady Mustangs 0 off of a Lindy Garrison goal around the 19th minute. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with halftime coverage of Senior Day, some player spotlight interviews, and analyzation of first half stats. Lions lead the Lady Mustangs 1-0. We're going to throw it now to a special player spotlight interview we did with Jessica Powell-Roman. It's Senior Day here at Southwestern Assembly of God University, and Jessica Powell-Roman is our lone senior. So let's throw over now to that spotlight interview.
I'm here with Jessica Powell, center defense for the SAGU Lady Lions. Now, Jessica, you just had your biggest win of the season, maybe in women's history, against Our Lady of the Lake University. You scored the winning goal in the 89th minute. How did that feel to make that goal?
It was an amazing feeling. I think one that you can never replay again in your life. After the shot, I was completely shocked. I didn't know what to do. I think all of us were. We were just really super excited. Then we looked at the clock and we were like, 3 minutes, we'll hold them. And just that win was a great feeling.
So the teams had a little bit of a slower season starting off, but now you've won the last 4 out of your 6 games. How are you hoping to end the season?
Yeah, it took a little bit for us to get used to each other, but the end of the season, we're hoping to finish out our last 3 games, win them, and then make it into the Red River Conference and hopefully make an impact in that tournament.
So what would that mean to you personally as the captain to make it into the Red River Athletic Conference this year?
Since it's my last year, that would mean everything. Just that we were able to gather together, be united for this one purpose, and to go further than we ever have before. So it's really exciting to hope for that.
What brought you to SAGU in the first place?
This was a school, my sister was first here, and so that's kind of how I was introduced to it. But it was a school that she really talked about, that loved God, and really that was what drew me here. I was able to play soccer on the team here, but then also learn more about God, just gain a knowledge so that I could go out and make an impact in the world for Him. So.
In your first 2 years playing soccer here, you did play with your sister, and she was also captain. How was that, playing with your sister on the team? Had you ever done that before?
We had in high school, and so that's kind of good about being close to your sister. She was just really an encouragement. Of course, you love playing with your sister, so we were kind of a duo. We really enjoyed that, and it was fun while it lasted.
What is your favorite part about being captain?
My favorite part is, it's also responsibility, but my favorite part of it is being able to challenge the girls spiritually. So doing prayer meetings or having devotions before the game. I get the most enjoyment by seeing people from season to season to see how much they've grown in the Lord or changed in attitude or character, and so that's what I really enjoy.
This is going to be your last home game this Saturday as a senior. What are your plans and aspirations for after SAGU, after you leave the field? Is there soccer in your future, do you think?
Yes, I'm graduating as a social work major, and I do hope to use soccer incorporated into that somehow. Maybe at some time go to another country and form camps there, do something. I definitely feel God has blessed me with like ability to play and just the knowledge of the game through playing here and through the years of playing soccer. So I definitely want to use that knowledge and spread it to other people, whether it be coaching or just playing with somebody out on the field.
What is the legacy that you want to leave behind for the girls in the years to come?
I think I would love to leave a legacy of someone who was passionate about God, passionate on the field, and made an impact where you are currently. So,
thanks so much for being with us today, Jessica. We appreciate it.
Welcome back to Lions Field here in Waxahachie, Texas, on the campus of Southwestern Summers of God University. Rob Price here with my co-host Tim Roberts. 1-0, Tim. Some halftime stats for us. Total shots. Lady Mustangs 7, SAGU 6. Shots on goal, 4 apiece. Fouls, 6 for Lady Mustangs, 5 for the Lady Lions. Corner kicks, 3 for the Lady Mustangs, 2 for the Lions. Offsides, 2 apiece. Cautions, none for the Lady Mustangs, 1 for the Lions. 1 penalty kick, which was stopped by Haley Shingleton. So 1 penalty kick from the Lady Mustangs. The all-important score, though, 1-0. The goal coming at 17:57 left from Lindy Garrison with a double assist from Amy Lambden and Nicole Pugliese.
Yeah, and it's hard to really judge what was the bigger play in the first half, whether it was the goal to put you up 1-0 or the stop to keep the game at 1-0 lead. Huge stop by Haley Shingleton. And we actually sat down with Haley Shingleton earlier this week to talk about their chances of making the River Conference tournament, what that would mean to this team.
I'm here with Haley Shingleton, sophomore goalie for the SAGU Lady Lions. What has been the highlight of your athletic career thus far at SAGU?
It's a tie between the Our Lady of the Lake game this past weekend and the game that we won in shootout last year in the regional tournament.
Our Lady of the Lake, when you did play them last week, what kind of role did you have in that game?
I talked the entire game. I was constantly talking, and it was a game that was just, I was constantly in prayer that entire game. I could not have made it through that game without God and my team. I couldn't have done it without them.
And what kind of momentum do you think that that'll set for the team for you guys to get into the Red River Athletic Conference, which I know would mean a lot to you?
It has us on fire. It's lit a fire underneath us like crazy. I've never seen the girls practice like this. I've never seen the fire and light in their eyes that I see now, and I love watching it because I see how good we can play together, and seeing that momentum start building, I'm really excited for this.
Welcome back to Lions Field. 1-0, your Lady Lions up, outscoring the Lady Mustangs 1-0. It's a shutout so far. And Tim, what about the Facebook?
Well, about Facebook, big news this week actually.
Here's some
Huge news, earth-shattering news, I might say. We got 100 likes.
Earth's moving.
100 likes. So that's the century mark. That's the mark you want to look for. So we got 100 likes. Thank all those who have gone out and liked the Facebook page. And you got to like the Facebook page because that's where you're going to get all the information directly from us. We got highlights up after every single game that we broadcast. We got promo videos up. We got all the interviews you're watching today will be up on Facebook, including longer form versions of the short interviews we did earlier this week. So those will all be up on Facebook. Not to mention previews, game previews, pictures, stats. You got to stay tuned to our Facebook because that's where you're going to get all the direct information about SAGU Sports Live and the SAGU teams that you love.
One of my favorite things that we do is the kills of the night, which Tim also produces for us, and it's just your top 5, 6, 7, sometimes 10 kills happening on the Schaefer Full Life Center Gymnasium. Those are always fun to watch.
The volleyball highlights are fun. The football highlights have been a blast this year, and it looks like we have some highlights put together for soccer today already with the Lady Lions goal and the big stop. We're going to go over to Bianca Alarcon now, who has Coach Mandy Fortner with an interview. Bianca?
We're going to be over here. Mandy Fortner. Now, Mandy, despite everything that's gone on this season, we cannot deny the upgraded performance with the women. They've had their most wins since 2006 and have had the most goals this year than in any other year. What's the explanation for all this progress?
I mean, part of it is just we've actually recruited a few really good players this year. Our freshmen have really come up and stepped in, made some important roles on the team. On the field, they've played really well. I think part of it, though, is just gaining confidence and knowing that they can compete against these teams. In the past, we've always kind of been the underdogs, and the girls didn't really know how to present themselves as competitive. And this year, it's finally clicked with them. They've realized, you know what, we can actually compete with these teams. There's no reason why we can't come out here and give a good fight. The Northwood and LSUS game really helped us to see that even those teams that are at the top of our conference, that we've actually can beat those teams. And they had gained a lot of confidence from those two games. I think that's when the real change began. But just with goals scored, we've got a couple of girls who have stepped up this year and just decided, you know what, we're going to take it. I'm going to take it all the way, and I'm going to try to beat the records that we had in place before. So it's really exciting when you start seeing that that records that were there before can be beat just as easily, and these girls have really worked hard a lot this year, and we're proud of them for doing that.
And right now, we're up 1-0 against the University of Southwest. We're tied with them for 7th place in the Red River Athletic Conference. What do the girls need to do in the second half to pull out the win?
Just continue playing the way they are. Possession is going to be very important right now. This team's a good team. They're a lot stronger than they have been in the past. It's been a pretty even game, I think. But if we can gain possession of this game, control the ball a little bit more, hold on to it, and be a little bit more patient, I think we can pull the win off.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Coach Mandy, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys, Rob and Tim.
Thank you, Bianca, very much for that interview with Coach Mandy Fortner. She prepares to lead her troops in the battle for the second half of play. About to start here at Lions Field. Your Lady Lions up 1-0. And shots on goal so far, we mentioned 4. Nicole Pugliese 1, Linda Garrison 1 with one scored, Amy Lambden 1, Jessica Powell-Roman with 1 as well.
Yeah, so very even distributed. Lady Lions getting some good shots. Remember, stay tuned after Lady Lions game is over. We'll have a brief intermission as we reset things and everything, but the men will be out taking the field, take on the Mustangs. And for the men, huge game. They need to win their last 2 to qualify for the NCCAA Central Region Tournament.
Which they won last year.
Yeah, that's the tournament they won. They came in as the last seed last year, stunned their way through, won the Central Region Tournament, went to the NCCAA National Tournament in Florida. So they're going to need to put that together. Earlier this week we also sat down with leading scorer Amy Lambden. She had the assist on the first half. Let's go ahead and check out that interview we had with Amy Lambden earlier this week.
I'm here with Amy Lambden, sophomore forward for the SAGU Lady Lions. Now, you're the leading scorer for the Lady Lions this year. What kind of influence do you feel like you have on the team?
I think there's a big influence in a sense that being the leading scorer, I think the girls have started to even see in themselves that they can do something like that too. They can become the leading assist, or in Haley's case, leading goalie. And so I think it's set a tone almost where girls feel like, because I'm not the best player on the team. I mean, there's way more girls in front of me that are better skilled, faster. But I think it set a tone where they feel like, you know what, if I commit to hard work and I really push and strive, I can have that too.
What would it mean to you and the team to make it to the Red River Athletic Conference this year?
I think it would mean everything to us. From day one, it's been something that I think has been a dream in all of our hearts, where every sprint we've done, every drill that coach has us do, we all just think like, this is for Red River, this is to make it to that conference. Maybe it'll happen this year. And so I think it means everything.
Welcome back in this 1-0 match. Your Lady Lions leading the Lady Mustangs of University of the Southwest from Hobbs, New Mexico. And we are ready to start play for half number 2, and the ball is in play. As Lady Lions now will kick from west to east at the far end of the goal. And they're on the attack quickly already, centering the ball. Lambden looking for help. Handled by the Lady Mustangs, Tim.
Definitely interesting to see how the opening moments of this half play out. Two teams come in with their new sets, their halftime sets. Had the talks.
You talk about adjustments. You talk about adjustments. We'll see what the Mustangs do to try to maybe go on a more offensive attack to try to square this game up 1-0 or 1-1.
Well, the Mustangs did not lack opportunities. Like I said, they had the huge penalty kick, and then there was the big infraction where Haley Shingleton had to come out twice and make stops. The ball found its way into the back of the net, but only after the Lady Mustangs came offside. So they did not lack opportunities. They just lacked the last-second execution to make it result in that much-needed equalizing goal. There's a chance for the Lady Lions early on, and the flag will go up on a penalty, I believe, on the Lady Mustangs.
Amber Blau waving her hand saying, what'd I do wrong? And no, it's going to be your ball. I think she thought maybe she was going to be called for a infraction, but the white Lady Lions will set up for, is that going to be a corner kick?
It'll be a free kick.
A free kick.
From not too far outside the box. So this is a good opportunity for the Lady Lions. Off the foot of Amber Belial. Amy Lambden moving in motion.
And the wind going towards the goal.
And
mishandled.
Off the post.
Shot on goal off the post from Garrison, who was looking for her second goal of the night. Another shot on goal. Oh, and a great defensive play by Silva. And she gets fired up on that one. A one-handed pop over the net. That was going to go into the net for a goal had her hand not punched it away.
Huge save by the Lady Mustangs. Lady Lions off of the free kick. Ball rings off the outside of the post, and then an excellent shot from outside on course going in. But Silva, the goalie, what a stop to keep Lady Mustangs
and
down
now
by
a corner
one.
kick. Ball centered over everyone's head, and it's going to be taken by the far defender, number 3, Sasha Ortiz. Yeah, Tim, you had 2 legitimate shots on goal. The first by Garrison, who scored the first goal. It hit the goalpost.
Yeah.
And then another clear shot on goal. I believe that was from Pugliese. And from our angle, we had a great view at it, and that ball was sailing right down over the top of the net, near the top of the net, and Silva just punched it out at the very last second.
It was an excellent play on both ends, because had that gone in, that would have been an excellent goal on the Lady Lions' part. But as it was an excellent save for the Lady Mustangs to keep the deficit at 1, keep them essentially in this game. We mentioned how much falling behind 2-0 would really, you don't want to say, you know, eliminate or put out of the game, but it would really harm Lady Mustangs.
And Poi Silva, the goalkeeper for the Mustangs, was fired up after that stop. It's the most emotion I've seen from any player all day, and it came on a great defensive play. So now the Lions look to set up again as they handle the ball near midfield, looking for a hole in the Lady Mustangs defense.
It's worth noting that a loss for Lady Mustangs would not eliminate them entirely, but it would make the path very difficult. They'd have to win next week against Texas Wesleyan, a very solid team. And then they would also need SAGU to lose and Bacone to lose. They control their own destiny right now, 2 wins and they're in. But if they lose this one, they're going to need some real help next week to make the tournament. Lady Lions, of course, will still need the help with the win from Bacone as they go into the last game. But you got to win this one first. And Lady Lions doing good so far.
And they have the win at their backs the second half. The Lions do, so that can come into play on some of those long kicks as we're about to see right now from the goalkeeper for Lady Lions, Haley Shingleton. This should go a long way. Missed it a little bit, but it does get past midfield. And actually, the wind is starting to swirl some more. It's actually coming now across
it's
the field.
essentially coming north to south across the field now. It was definitely going directly in Lady Lions' face in the first half, but it shifted somewhat to where the advantage that would have existed there 20, 25 minutes ago doesn't really exist anymore. It's just playing tricks on the ball all around.
As more fans trickle into the stands to watch the Lady Lions play in the second half, and also to prepare to watch the men play, which we'll cover here on SAGU Sports Live beginning around 2 o'clock, give or take a few minutes, as we bring you doubleheader action on SAGU.tv today.
This, of course, is our first year streaming soccer. We had our premiere back on September 8th, I believe it was. Fortunately, Lady Lions and the men Lions both fell that day, but the moment Lady Lions looking for a reversal of fortunes from that game, trying to capture their first live broadcast win.
And we are 2 for our last 2. We've broadcast 2 wins in a row, Tim.
Yeah.
So we're happy about that. We always like to broadcast a win.
2 convincing wins too. The SAGU win over MACU about 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, in volleyball, very convincing, and the men running away with a 41-0 rout on homecoming last Saturday. That was a fun one. And if you want to see the highlights for any of those games, be sure to go to our Facebook page. And also, you can go to SAGU.tv. All the games are archived in full. So if you want to just sit down, relax for about 2 hours, and enjoy a full archive game, those are all up on SAGU.tv a few days after the broadcast. Take some time to convert them to that down and get them up there. But they are available on demand if you want to get the full story and get every last play.
And a big hats off to our executive producer who runs the show for us, Mr. John Cookman, and his director today is BJ Roybal, handling things back in the truck. So thank you to those 2 gentlemen and their camera crew, which we'll give the full list of that crew later on the broadcast. But thanks again to our 2 guys in the booth who are making these sights and sounds come to you in front of your computer today.
Yeah. It's always a great group put together, and like you said, always worth pointing out, this majority student crew. About 85–90% of the crew is SAGU media students learning on the job, but you wouldn't know. You get a great presentation, a very professional presentation from these high-end media students. Bringing you the premier HD broadcast for the NAIA.
Yes, we are.
High kick will sail out as Southwest slowly tries to push the ball down the field. They're needing a response for certain. Tangle up there.
And a fight for the ball as the ball pretty much stayed still and the 2 players just wrestled around the ball, and that ball scooped up by Shingleton on a weak centering pass.
Shingleton thinks about throwing it out, but she'll hold on and punt it deep. It's up to Lambden. That's a long kick, but it should sail past the SAGU offense, and it will. Ball's pushed around, and it will go out of bounds off of the University of Southwest. Battle around midfield as that'll sail out again.
You can hear that one from clear over here. It's a loud out. Speaking of outs, it's baseball season, Tim, and my beloved Cardinals took one on the chin last night. Just never able to recover from that early 4-0 deficit. Giants went up 5-0, and hats off to Barry Zito, who just, he's a veteran pitcher in this league, and many years with the A's and now with the Giants for 6 years, and just put it on my Cardinals. We were unable to handle his fastball last night. As now the series will shift back to San Francisco for Game 6, which I believe is tomorrow.
I'm too engrossed in football season and soccer season. Soccer's very important today as both teams are trying to keep their seasons alive. It's been A lot of success for Lady Lions. Obviously, as we mentioned, they can look to this as their best season thus far. As an opportunity develops here for Lady Mustangs. But
nice speed by Sasha Ortiz to track that one down.
And that'll go out. But obviously, no matter what, this is the best season Lady Lions have ever put together. But we both know how much it would mean to qualify for some tournaments to keep it alive. Here goes an opportunity.
Here's a shot on goal. Oh, stop just right at the right goalpost. That may have sailed in, but Singleton there to gobble it up. And boy, that developed too fast and too easy for the Lady Mustangs. I don't like to see that if you're Lady Lion.
Lady Mustangs found some success. They haven't been able to put it together too easily. They get it as Landon goes down hard. Rolling around, appears to be in some pain. Whistle is blown, play is stopped.
And the refs are going to call out a trainer to take a look at Lambda, and she's hobbling.
That's not what you want to see with your leading scorer. She's walking out the field on her own power, but not by much. She's definitely hurt.
Looks like she's favoring her left foot, left shin. We'll try to get a report on that if we can. As Coach Fortner looks over her player and looking to see who's checking into the game.
No one thus far, so the Lady Lions will play down a player right now as they wait to see if Lambden can go back in. You don't want to, if Lambden is able to recheck back in the game, you don't want to waste one of your substitutions. So the Lady Lions will play down a player at the moment before committing to a sub. Ball is crossed up. Lady Mustangs will gain possession around midfield.
Yeah, so the ruling in soccer is if you go out on an injury and are substituted, you can't re-enter the game, can you?
You can re-enter, but teams have a limited number of subs to use in a game. So you don't want to, it's almost like using timeouts in football. You don't want to use them too early. You don't have unlimited subs like you do in, say, basketball or obviously hockey, where you are constantly changing lines.
And we're watching Lambden, and she is moving a bit faster, Tim, so she may check back in just a few minutes. That does make sense. You want to limit the number of substitutions for when you really, really need, you know that you need them. It's a big boot by, I think that was Jessica Powell-Roman.
Roll out of the way of the SAGU upmen, though, and
forward ahead.
So the Lady Lions definitely on the defensive at the moment. Down a player as Amy Lambden will walk over to the sideline with a soccer ball, trying to walk off whatever injury she sustained and get back out on the field to play.
Roman clears, and out of bounds, the Lady Lion soccer ball. That ball sails right nearby Amy Lambden's location as she looks to loosen that left leg up again and re-enter this soccer match. Defender down the play, then back up again. Here's a center off the shoulder of Jessica Powell-Roman. Lady Mustangs on the move. Amber Blau able to stop that charge.
Knocked away, but safely handled by the Lady Mustangs.
Now here comes Jones. Over to Garrison, slips past Garrison, who has the only goal of the game so far. Looks like Lambden may be re-entering the game in just a few minutes, Tim, which is a good sign for the Lady Lions. Oh, and a miscue by Vivian Cuevas, and that'll turn the ball over to the Lady Lions near midfield. Not sure where she was thinking when she threw that ball. It went right to a Lady Mustang, and we'll reset as the ball's kicked out of bounds. In near our vicinity, the men have arrived. Tim and they are warming up, preparing for their near 2 p.m. match on this same football field, same soccer field.
Football field if you're in Europe.
Football field's in Europe, so I'm not completely incorrect there.
Lady
Lady Lions defense is doing a great job of, like I said, staying ahead of the Lady Mustang offensive line. They're doing a great job just not allowing any room, any opportunity for breakaway. Lady Lions defense doing a great job of sustaining this 1-0 lead.
And I'm not going to be surprised to see, Tim, most of the action take place at our end of the field here where we're at now on the Lions defensive side of play, because for the 1-0 lead, as you get down close to 15, 20 minutes left, you're going to want to play defense more than offense. So look for a play to be more near the Lions side of things, as the Mustangs will undoubtedly mount an extra charge as we get closer to the end of play here. By our clock, there's still about 30 minutes left in the second half, so plenty of time for both teams. For the Lions to add to their 1-0 lead, to put this game out of reach, for the Mustangs to tie this back up. Now, Tim, remind our viewers again, if the game ends in a tie in the NAIA level, talk about the golden goal rule versus overtime versus penalty kicks. What's the ruling for this particular conference?
You in the Red River Athletic Conference, you play 2 overtimes of 15 minutes, and unlike in now international soccer, it is still golden goal. Whoever scores first wins automatically on that goal. So should the game end in the tie, there will be one 15-minute period, followed by another if no one scores, and should we end with nothing on both of those, the game will end in a tie. I don't believe any SAGU team has ended in a tie this year thus far. There's been again, with the way the overtimes are designed, it's hard to end in a tie, much harder than it used to be with essentially no overtime.
So there is no golden goal at this level.
No, it is golden.
It is golden
goal, but there's 2 halves.
There's 2 15-minute halves.
And so the Lady Lions obviously don't want to have to go to that. They have the 1-0 lead. They have the opportunity to just shut it down.
Goalkeeper to goalkeeper kick right there with that wind-aided boot.
Yes, and the wind is definitely picked up here in just the last few moments. It is gusting in now.
And this makes it harder for the players to adjust to a ball in midair, Tim. I mean, you're used to balls. Like when I play golf, you know how a ball is going to act when there's no wind, but when it's windy, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. If you're trying to catch it, head it, trap it, it can really make things difficult for you when you're on the ground, waiting for that ball to come in your vicinity.
I'm not sure if when you play golf it matters if it's windy or not.
Easy. Easy. My pride's hurt. You're probably right, though. It's sad. Back in the day, I could play, but not so much anymore.
Sustained a major golf injury and never able to recover.
It's called getting a job, getting married, having kids. That's my excuse.
Looks like Amy Lambden is ready to enter in. That's a very good sign, because she was in obvious pain.
Offsides call against number 3 for the Lady Mustangs, Sasha Ortiz. So we'll reset the ball with
Lambden. And Lambden does re-enter the game officially now. Like I said, very good sign. It did not look good at first. She was definitely slow getting off the field and in pain.
Big boot by Pal Roman. Clear out of bounds. No one even touched it. She was looking for Lambden.
Looking for Lambden, and good to see Lambden quickly chasing after that ball. Good to know that.
Pal Roman testing her legs immediately. Making sure she's good to go.
Here she is. That's a critical piece of the Lady Lions offense, because it's always something worth noting, as the Lady Mustangs will have to start playing more and more on the offensive side, it could easily result in a breakdown on defense. Lady Lions got to keep their eyes open for that here, as the game will begin to hit the waning moments not too far from now. So you want to keep your eyes open for that breakdown. And as you said, at this point in the game, 2-0, while nothing's impossible, would definitely handicap the Lady Mustangs' comeback chances.
Here comes Garrison. Now over to Pena.
Broken up in the middle there by Lady Mustangs.
I like this aggressive move by the Lady Lions, taking advantage of the ball not being well played by the Lady Mustangs defense at all right now.
And taking advantage of the fact that you now have Amy Lambden back on the field. You had to play down a man.
This is true.
Purely defensive there for a little bit. They weathered that challenge. Under 30 minutes to play now. The clock
keep on ticking, and at the moment it's in the Lady Lions' favor. It would be a very big win. It's around 25 minutes left. Approaching the halfway point of the second half.
And now the wind stopped. Go figure. Maybe a 3-mile-an-hour wind. It's just crazy. So both teams having to contend with the weather. Although it's pretty, it's windy. And now here come the Mustangs looking to center. Here. She allows time for her teammates to arrive. So now she centers. Headed off. Nice grab by Shingleton.
Nothing wrong at all with that offensive tap by the Lady Mustangs. Very solid center by Darlene Villegas. And again, Haley Shingleton just in the right place, not allowing any true danger to emerge. Lady Lions will retain possession right at the flag at midfield.
And
into the game, Justine Lopez and number 9, Noelle Pugliese will sit. Lady Lions pulling some substitutions is good. You want to get some fresh legs out there. You don't want to get worn down and allow a mental error. Here comes a push.
Here comes Lambden. She centers. Fight for the ball. Lopez, who just checked in, gives chase again. As does Davila. That ball is going to go out of bounds, and quickly the Mustangs, and they're wasting no time now getting this ball into play. Pal Roman lets that ball trickle out of bounds wisely. She knew the defender touched it last. Not the best of throws, and she even let herself know that with a little grunt of disappointment. Ball out of bounds. That will be Lady Lions as the Lions lead 1-0. And Shingleton, Tim, looking for her 6th shutout on the season.
Yeah, they have 5 on the year, and that's good for number 34 in the nation. I'm sure a 6 would move them up further. And it may just take that right now for the win as Lady Lions seem content to kind of drop back and play lockdown defense for the moment. Lady Lions trying to keep their Red River Conference tournament's hope alive.
Here's Roman again. Push the ball out of trouble.
If you tuned in late, the situation the Lady Lions are in, obviously
Raven Lawrence
trying to get into that 6th spot. They need a win or a tie today, plus a win or a tie next week. They can only have 1 win and 1 tie though, so they'll need one or the other. And then a loss by Bacone next Saturday to find their way into that 6th spot and the Big Red River Conference tournament berth. But if they are able to win their last 2 games, no matter what, they will qualify for the Central Regions, I should say, tournament for the NCCAA. That would improve their record to 7-11 on the season. If they could win out too, that would result in a 5-5, a 500 record in the Red River Athletic Conference. So even if Bacone were to win and they wouldn't qualify for that tournament, a 500 record in conference would be very impressive for this team. Chance to win 7 games on the season, which would be a massive improvement from their highest previous, which was 4. Already the most wins in program history.
And we'll be checking in just a few moments with our sideline reporter, Bianca Alarcon, who has an interview in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that as the Lady Mustangs put the ball in play.
And for the situation, we look at trying to qualify this team, you do just look to the senior. Look to Jessica Powell-Roman, the lone senior on the team. She's been here 4 years. And you look at all the other players that came before. Obviously, you saw at halftime the interview, playing with her sister, Sarah Powell, now Sarah Hyder, all these years on the team. And you see all the players that had come before. You know, I was friends with a lot of them, and how hard it was at first. This brand new green team set up in 2006. As you see, a chance here for the Lions. Amy Lambden pushing it forward.
And she takes a tumble. That ball's still live. And now it sails out of bounds, and we have another corner kick, Tim.
Yeah, but that's just, you know, the teams are going to be green. They're going to be so green. You're going to have rough years. The Lady Lions throw it in here.
Oh, check it as a throw-in, not a corner kick.
Rough years in the beginning, and I remember games, you know, final scores of 11-0, 13-1, And you have to weather that. You're a young team. You're playing teams that have been around for 15, 20 years, have established programs. And so it would mean wouldn't only mean so much to the lone senior on the team to be able to make a tournament like this. It would just mean so much, I think, to those graduates to know that, you know, you stood up, you weathered it when you were. I remember they were playing Ironman back then. They had 11 players, and all 11 played for 90 minutes. It was just, you know, as hard as it could be for this team out here trying to establish themselves. It would mean so much knowing that you pioneered a program that just in its 5th and 6th years really started making some huge advancements. So it's not just the lone senior out there that you're playing for. You're playing for everybody that came before you.
Sure.
And I'm sure they're all out there wishing the team the best right now, hoping to see the purple and gold continue in. And this is their last year in the Red River Conference. Shot will sail wide here. So that'd mean a lot right there, too, to have a big tournament berth as you play in the RRAC one last year before you move off to the Sooner Athletic Conference.
And hats off to Coach Fortner, who's been a key part of this last season or two, really making those changes. So she's done a great job getting these ladies on the right track. Coming up in just a few moments, we've got Bianca, who's going to interview
Maurice Oglesby.
Maurice Oglesby, one of our basketball players.
Yeah, that should be a fun one.
And there's an easy save by Shingleton. Ball kicked about 30, 40 yards away. No problem for Shingleton to corral that one in.
I guess basketball season is soon approaching. Not necessarily for us. We have to wait till January before our cameras get to capture the basketball action for SAGU. But it's going to be a great season of basketball. This ball will sail.
Went way out of the
go out.
The goal area.
Let's go over to Bianca now with basketball player Maurice Oglesby. Bianca?
In 7th place with the University of Southwest, a big game for qualifying for the Red River Athletic Conference. How do you feel like the girls' performances thus far?
Well, I really feel like they're performing really well, considering that the fact they're up 1-0 and the stipulations are really high that if they lose, then they're out the tournament.
And so, kind of shifting gears to basketball, your first game is less than 2 weeks away. What are some of your expectations for how this season will play out?
Considering that we did have a good season last year and we have a lot of returners, I feel like the season would just be good and the expectations are really high.
Playing off of last season because you guys ended so well, right?
Yes.
And this year, I see a lot of new players, with a lot of height. How is the chemistry different from last year?
The chemistry is pretty much the same. Besides, we have to get the other players involved, like the freshman players this year, and I really think they can help us out a lot.
And this is going to be your 3rd year playing for SAGU, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Mel.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Rob and Tim.
And thank you, Maurice Oglesby, number 0. The big negative on the. No, that sounded awful.
That's a popular number down in basketball. You see it a lot of jerseys.
That's a game. That's a sport I can't wait to get started this year. Obviously, the men's basketball team with the biggest turnaround in the NAIA last year, jumping from 10 wins in 2010 to 27, or 2011 to 27 wins in 2011-2012. Finishing 3rd in the NCCAA tournament. And you don't have to say it around here. Everyone just kind of knows that there's only one real goal in everyone's mind, and that's capturing the Red River Conference, and that's going to the NAIA national tournament. And I think this team's ready. Looking at this team, how they've improved, how good they are, how fast they are, went toe-to-toe with some of the best teams in the nation last year and won. I think this team is ready, so go ahead and mark your calendars, folks. In January, we're streaming a full slate of Red River Conference games.
And really glad to have Coach Donnie Bostwick on board with the Lions, a national championship winning coach. So he brings that attitude, that skill, that ability to prepare his troops for battle. And there's a nice stop by Pues Silva on a long kick from, I believe that was from Justine Lopez, but yeah, basketball is going to be fun this year, Tim, and the team is talented. The coach is a veteran winner, and this could be a breakout year even more so for the Lions basketball team.
And that gets the fans out. That gets the fans fired up more than anything. If you watched the games last year or attended the games, you know that the Schaefer Center gets turned into a jungle. It gets turned into an absolute party for about 2 hours. Can't forget the ladies, too. Ladies basketball, we'll be streaming that, too. They were had a rough start last year. We're in the cellar of the Red River Conference, but rallied back with a number of huge wins and qualified for yet another Red River Conference tournament berth. And so that was a really big season for them, and they were a young team last year. And I'm expecting, again, some big improvements from that team, as a lot of players who were freshmen and sophomore now get to be sophomores and juniors, as I believe we've had a card issued. I believe while we were waxing philosophical on basketball, a card was issued to the Lady Lions. We'll have to get some confirmation on who that was too.
Against.
Did not appear there was too big of an infraction, but apparently enough to justify
Here comes Landon.
The yellow getting out.
Out to Lopez. There's a fight at midfield.
Under 15 minutes about left here in the game. Lady Lions clinging to a 1-0 lead.
And that went off my foot, unfortunately. I just saved you, Tim.
I know, that soccer ball almost
Give me a stat, do something. That's got to be worth something.
One
I
save.
just saved your face.
One save. I was almost hit by a soccer
Write
ball.
me up, Mark Ward. Put me in the SID handbook next time.
Substitution for the Lady Mustangs in is number 3, Sasha Ortiz. And also for the Lions, out will step number 11. That's McKenna Michael, and in will step Vicky Hagemeyer.
Hey,
ball goes out again.
I'll buy you whatever you want for gas money and stuff.
And the Mustangs are now going to see a much more offensive attack as they are running out of time, Tim. I think you said under 15 minutes left.
Yeah, so
they
they
this
are
ball game of this match.
And you always have to consider the possibility for overage time, which is a lot rarer in the NAI because they do stop the clock for stoppage, but there's always that chance. But looks like around less than 15 minutes left. As the Lady Lions will switch into defense, but here comes Amy Lambden. Ball's taken away from her.
Almost cleared that.
If she'd have gotten past, she might have had a chance of just a one-on-one with one player and then the goalie to go. Lady Mustangs pushing it up, though.
This is Jessica Powell-Roman time. The defender, the senior, the leadership. Can she and her troops hold on to a 1-0 lead?
And like I said, this has been the market improvement of this team this year, is the fact that they can close out games. A lot of times in past years, close games would not be close by the end. You got to give that to conditioning. You heard in the interview earlier talking about the running the sprints, running hard, thinking about qualifying for that tournament, and that's when that comes into training. That's when that idea of finishing hard comes in. Got
Huge kick downfield, handled by Puey-Silva, the goalkeeper. She's way out of the box.
Fresh stats in, and it is about as even as it can get. Shots tied at 12 apiece, shots on goal tied at 7 apiece, corner kicks tied at 3 apiece. SAGU with 10 fouls, Southwest with 6 fouls, but the biggest stat at the moment, Lady Lions 1, Lady Mustangs 0. Everything else is knotted up but the score. And the Lady Mustangs will need a big offensive push, or like you said, just that one breakdown. You got to look at your defense and just say, don't have that breakdown.
And I think Powell-Roman will make sure that does not happen. That's her job now. It's her assignment. And you can even hear the goalkeeper, Shingleton, talking. We can hear her actually talking and urging Roman on to defensive greatness.
Here comes a big corner for the Lady Mustangs, though. Lady Lions trying to get set. Nice pass back.
Turn back, looking to center. Great defensive stop by Lopez, but it brings up another corner kick as we near now the 13-minute mark. Check that 12-minute mark of play before stoppage kicks in. So
that's
here,
if there is stoppage.
The wind,
no guarantee of that
right.
in the NAIA.
The wind against the ball. It sails left, sails towards us, and goes out of bounds. Thankfully misses your face again.
What can I say? I'm just that good at standing still and letting it miss me. So the ball will stay with Lady Mustangs with a throw in. Every second matters now as the clock is dwindling down and in the Lady Lions' favor.
You can sense the urgency now in the red jerseyed Lady Mustangs as they are going to do all they can, bringing their defenders past midfield, Tim. Now here's where you can really get in trouble if you're the Lady Mustangs. If one gets past you, it's a one-on-one.
But that's the style you have to play. You have no, I mean, whether you lose 1-0 or 2-0 doesn't really matter. You need this lead to at least try to force the tie, get to overtime. We mentioned they're not eliminated with a loss, but their journey to the Red River Conference tournament becomes very treacherous, very difficult.
That shot sails
they can't
wide.
win this one, or at least force a tie.
And Shingleton giving chase to that ball as it rolls a good 30, 40 yards away from the field of play.
You mentioned earlier Shingleton talking, and that was something I loved hearing her say when we did that interview earlier this week, talking with her, how she said that she's the coach on the field. And she said it so matter-of-factly. Here she is, just a sophomore, young player, and she's not being braggadocious. She said, I'm the coach on the field. I'm the one responsible for making sure players are hitting their marks, know who's where. And you got to love seeing that, just a sophomore out there, standing up strong, making a case for her team, and just confident in who she is in that role as the goalie, and as she said, the coach on the field. Mandy Fortner obviously is the coach of the team, but she can't be constantly yelling at the players. She can't see the field from the same perspective that Haley Shingleton gets to see it. And you love seeing that leadership from someone you wouldn't consider a veteran, and because that's going to become strong veteran leadership in the years to come.
Absolutely.
And Shingleton aims for her 6th shutout.
Here come the Mustangs again on the attack. Past midfield. Looking for help. Vicky Hagemeyer clears it. So we are under 10 minutes, Tim. It is urgency time if you're a Lady Mustang. You've got to put one on the board now. Almost a push there by Garrison. I'm surprised there was no whistle on that play. Wind again a factor. That ball swirling up in the air, and it whistles out of bounds. Lady Mustangs obtain possession. Good defense by Powell Roman. Out to Lambden, to Lopez. Lopez looks ahead. She's got Garrison right, and she finds her. No offside as Silva, a glancing blow, not a great kick, not a great clear by Silva, and she almost whiffed it.
Yeah, Amy Lambden almost had a chance at that.
So the Lady Lions put this ball in play from Vicky Hagemeyer, and they look to put this thing pretty much out of reach. They can put one in the goal here, take up 2-0, and that would be your ball game. I don't want to say to the clock's done, but 2-0 may be just about impossible.
This little time left, and again, even if right now this is exactly where you want to have the ball, they can't score from here. So Lady Lions now have the Lady Mustangs exactly where they want them. Ball being forced forward, forcing them to stay back on defense.
They're just playing keep away, really. At this point, look at that. They're just playing keep away.
Oh,
there's a mistake there. There's a mistake. She was looking for Daniela Tessie. Tessie unable to track that down. Here comes Sasha Ortiz, who stole the ball initially. She centers. No one there. Right past the goalposts. Sails wide right.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous.
For the Lady Lions there.
Yeah, you want to play keep away, but you want to play it carefully. Don't get loose in your keep away. As you're looking at just clock that tick, or take the clock down.
Yeah, want to keep those passes crisp, because that's about how strong your defense has been, how strong your goalie's been. That's the one thing that could really kill you, is just a small mental error on a pass. Pass up ahead, and Linda Garrison won't be able to get to it. Linda Garrison with the lone goal, coming in about the 18th minute of the game.
On a double assist.
And that's been all that has been needed thus far.
A double assist from Puglisi Lambden on a goal that we weren't sure who touched it last. It took us a while to figure out who was scored with the goal, Tim. Now I'm curious. I'm going to test your geography. Where is Hobbs, New Mexico? And don't say in New Mexico. We know it's in New Mexico. What part of Hobbs is New Mexico?
I believe it's
what part of New Mexico is Hobbs located in?
It's on the eastern portion of New Mexico.
Okay.
It's not far west. I don't know if it's Santa Fe region exactly. Last I checked, New Mexico's one big desert. So
don't tell Britta Johnson that.
Or BJ Roybal, our director.
Yeah,
two New Mexicans on our
student workers are from Mexico. So be nice. They might mute your mic. Be nice.
Oh, Lady Mustangs with a push here. Got to stay awake for the Lady Lions. Kick is
The
up.
shot on goal.
Oh, saved by Shingleton. She goes to cover, and she will.
Oh, that's the play of the second half right there. That ball was going to go in the goal, and Shingleton dove left, blocked it, and then chased it down to save this game for the Lions at this point.
Very, very good kick in traffic. Lady Mustangs finding a way to get that one out. A solid shot on goal. But Haley Shingleton locking it down between the pipes.
It goes back to your thoughts. Every 10, 15 seconds, a goal could be scored, so you've got to stay on your toes in this game. One miscue, one passing miscue, and there it was, a clean, powerful shot on goal that was very well played by Shingleton. Garrison now.
Up ahead.
Silva, they're going to call
Offsides.
Offsides on Lambden. They're going to call Lambden offsides. Glad to see Lambden running around the field again. I guess that injury was minor enough where it just took her a few minutes to.
We're approaching the 5-minute mark now here in the second half in the game. So the Lady Mustangs down to their final shots, really. Needing to keep possession.
And that ball went actually backwards. She kicked it forward and it went backwards against the field of play where she was kicking towards. So the wind once again playing a role in just even trying to pass the ball around. Anytime above, you're a few feet above the ground, the ball is definitely affected. We're under 4 minutes now left until any potential stoppage time in this soccer match.
Which I believe there will be. I believe the clock officially did stop during the injury to Amy Lambden, so there will be a bit more than that left for sure. Lady Lions pushing up. Lambden, good pass to Lambden.
There's a chase. It's a chase.
Passed.
The ball's still live. Lambden giving it chase. Will she get there? No, just out of bounds. And
Silva
Lambden and Silva had a little confrontation there on that loose ball. It was no one there but the two of them, Tim.
And Silva came way out on that one, took the risk. And Lambden, had she been able to get past, would have had about 30 yards to go and nothing but an open goal ahead of her.
Well, that's what happens when you're playing up on offense. When you're behind 1-0, once you get past the last line of defense, it's the goalie and that's it.
That's up ahead
to
Lambden.
Shot
she has
for
a
Lambden.
chance. Oh, another great
unable
job.
to get there just in time. Silva grabs that ball.
Got to give credit to Silva. She has kept the Lady Mustangs in this game. Had the excellent save earlier on here in the second half.
Great work by Hagemeyer.
Minutes. And she's kept in the 1-0 deficit, but as the clock keeps wilting away, it just might not be enough for Lady Mustangs as they've been unable to penetrate the wall of the SAGU defense plus the play of Haley Shingleton in goal.
Hagemeyer puts the ball in play. Good throw. She finds Lambden.
Crossing.
The center. Now over to Emily Jones.
And that'll just harmlessly roll past the net and out of bounds. But again, this is exactly what Lady Lions want to be. Even if scoring a goal is almost secondary right now to just keeping the ball in this side of the field.
Almost a mistake right there. That ball almost went out of bounds.
And it does go out of bounds.
It does go out of bounds. And a mistake by the Mustangs as time continues to run, and the Lions will have this ball deep in Mustang territory, killing more time and a chance to set up a second goal. Not what you want to do if you're wearing a red jersey right now.
That'll go out. Stay with the Lady Lions is the ruling.
The Lions will take this all day, Tim. Just keep the ball here, kicking around. And
again, you got to be careful with this keep away.
Wait for the whistle to blow. Powell, Roman.
Nice stop.
Clears up ahead to Lopez, over to Hagemeyer, back to Lopez. Looking for help. Mustangs take control.
We hear the call from the goalie from the University of Southwest. Everybody up. Everybody head up the field. At this point, whether it's 1-0 or 2-0, it's a loss. You got to get up there, try to keep the ball in Lady Lions territory and look for that last-minute stunner, which would force overtime.
Lambden urging her troops to victory. As the Lions now push forward, Lambden calls for it. She gets it. Now she'll look to center. She's got Garrison if she can find her in the center. But she's got to get by this defender. Unable to do so. Oh, a push, and there's going to be a whistle.
We'll see who it's on.
It's on Lambden.
Yeah, Lambden threw the initial push. She went to the ground afterwards, but aggressively going after that ball.
Mustangs waste no time. Put the ball in play quickly. As we're now under 2 minutes, about 2 to 3 minutes left, we believe, in regulation. Under 2 minutes in regulation.
The official call.
Now we're hearing 1 minute left.
1 minute left total. So the Lady Lions, a mad 60-second dash trying to keep this away.
Can the Mustangs mount a final charge? Under 1 minute left, out of bounds. Mustangs retain control. All hands on deck.
The goalie comes up. It's essentially an empty net look. Rolls that.
And precious moments clicking off the clock as the ball was unable to be retrieved in a fast amount of time. Now here's a center headed out nicely by Emily Jones, and that probably under about 15 seconds left. They're gonna have to kick it fast, no time to waste. And that's the whistle, and that's the ball game, and Lady Lions hold on and defeat the Mustangs 1-0, a shutout, the 6th shutout of the season for SAGU.
Wow, and they held on as hard as they could at the end there as the Lady Mustangs pushed it down, had a shot at the corner at the end, but just too little time left. And so the Lady Lions hold on for a 1-0 shutout and keep their postseason hopes alive as they move to 4-5 in the Red River Conference and have their 6th win of the year. We'll be right back with some post-game analysis and look ahead to the men's game right after this.
Welcome back to Lions Field here as the Lady Lions have just wrapped up a 1-0 victory over University of the Southwest. Lady Mustangs from Hobbs, New Mexico, which now improves Lady Lions records to 4-5 in the Red River Conference, Tim.
Yeah, 4-5, 6-10 overall, so they're in really good position now. They got 2 scenarios going forward. They have to win next Saturday and a Bacone loss would put them into that 6th spot in the Red River Conference and qualify themselves for that tournament. But if they just go ahead and win next week against Houston Tillotson, a team that they're probably better than, you would say on paper at least, they can at least clinch that spot in the Central Region tournament for the NCCAA. So
warming up behind us are the men.
Yeah,
and the men will enter today's game at 2-7 in Red River. Still a chance to qualify for the tournament that they won last year down in Florida.
Yeah, it's still a chance. They need to win out to go ahead and re-qualify for the, actually they won the tournament here on SAGU turf, the Central State, the Central Region tournament. They still have a chance to qualify for that, so big game coming up for them, must win. University of the Southwest, solid looking team, so we'll get into some more of that here in just a minute as we continue here on SAGU Sports Live, the soccer doubleheader with the Lady Lions claiming game 1 of it. And we'll be back pretty soon after this for pre-game coverage of the men's game, as well as interview with our player of the game for the Lady Lions, and some more thoughts on the Lady Lions games. And we continue on with this doubleheader here on SAGU Sports Live.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.